So won't you leave me where I lay? And we can't go back the way we came. You join me as I leave the frame, because we can't go back there. No, we won't go back there. Yeah, yeah. There's a price on my head. I've been running for 2 years. Clearly I should be dead. It's a wonder that I'm here. I hide up underneath the cloud. And when we're lying in bed, sometimes I choke on my own tears. I'm not worth my weight in lead, and you're the queen of the reindeer. I could just sit for hours to watch you twirling on your axis amid the tubas and the saxes. So won't you wake me where I lay? And we won't go back the way we came. But join me as I leave the frame, because we can't go back there. No, we won't go back there. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, sometimes I'm an ass and I light things on fire. It's usually 'cause I'm hot, or I'm hungry, or I'm tired. But anytime I look into your eyes, well, I'm suddenly twice the size. Oh. I think you're full of, I think I'm full of shit. Oh, we're so full of, yeah, we're so full of. I think I'm full of, I think you're full of, I think we're full of shit. Put the guitar up a little bit. I think you're full of shit. I think I'm full of shit. Dude, don't say.
Welcome everyone to So Very Wrong About Games does streaming. My name is Michael Walker, and today we're going to play some more Bloodstones solo. Sorry, I'm just going to make a quick adjustment here to make sure that the furnace doesn't drown everything out. Sorry, just realized it as soon as I turned everything on. There we go. Alright, so last week we played the first mission. This is the second mission. I will go over the rules very briefly in case there's some new people that have not seen Bloodstones before. This one, there we go. So a brief overview of what we're going to be doing in this particular fight, then we'll get to the actual rules themselves. So the enemies don't move at all in this fight. We have a countdown of getting through our bag 3 times. If you don't know what that means, like I said, more on all this in a minute. And our mission is that we have to destroy all of these hill folk castles and at least 10 villages and the citadel. And if we don't do that within 3 rotations of our bag, we lose. Alright, so as for how the game works, I'm going to go first because I'm the player, and this is what you're going to do on your turn. You start with 7 tiles, or at least this faction does. Normally you have 6 tiles, and you're going to capture any enemy villages that you occupy, and no enemy occupies. To do this, you get to spend 1 tile. And then, using this diagram over on this side, you spend these pips to capture villages depending on what terrain they're in. After you're done capturing villages, like I said, you can only spend 1 tile for that, so the maximum you could do would be 5. 5 villages all in plains or forests, because they only cost 1 each. The highest pip value you can get on a tile is 5. Then you go into your main actions. So all of these actions are going to cost tiles to play. So you get to build units. Building units, their cost is on the left, and that's how many tiles you have to discard in order to build them. They have to go in a village or your citadel. Then you move your units around by spending the pips. This one you can spend as many tiles as you like, and the movement value is along the top there, and that's for moving each individual tile. And then battles. Now, any of these you can do multiple times. You can do them in any order. So I can build some units, move them in, do the battle, build some more units, move them back in again, do battle in the same place if I wanted. But all of this stuff costs tiles, and you're just not going to be able to do that many due to the fact that you're going to run out of tiles, because you do want to save some for the battles. More on that later. I'll just go over the battles when the first one happens. In this particular scenario, we've signed a peace treaty with the Elvish Dragon Lords, so they're not going to. So I assume we don't get to move through there. It doesn't say so, at least not that I could find, but we just won't. Every time we destroy a castle, we draw randomly from the bag and place a unit in the next nearest castle. Lower number for the priority if there's a question. The hill giants will get a turn after everyone's, where we draw a unit from the bag, and we will occupy the lowest numbered village, unoccupied village. I'm assuming because there's a castle here, it's occupied, so it would be the ones that have nothing in them. There's another rule that when we destroy the citadel, we're going to draw 3 units to go into castles. So my theory is if we destroy all the castles first, which would be the plan, so then we wouldn't have to worry about these extra units. We'll see how it goes. Not played this scenario before. I have no idea. So this is the great part where the rulebook uses mixed terminology where I have no idea what it's talking about, because it says use the normal setup phase, and there is no setup phase. Nowhere does it say setup phase. I'm going to assume that it means start of the game where I draw 9 tiles. I get 5 free build points. The rest of the tiles that are left over go into my draw pile, and I draw back up to my hand size. Gonna go with that. Alright, so let's get started. Destroying all the castles, taking 10 villages, and destroying the citadel. Oh, another quick rule is that the hill, for battle, they're going to get the special ability of these giants. They're never going to move. I suppose I could destroy them so they wouldn't get the ability, but it is a little powerful. They're going to be drawing. Way fighting works in a nutshell is we draw a bunch of these battle tiles out of the bag, and then we use our best 3. And it usually works if you have more tiles than the other person. You draw 4, pick the best 3. But because the hill giants are out, they're going to draw 4 for every battle. Pick the best 3. Alright, so I guess we might as well get to it. don't think I am going to try to take that water quite yet. Although, I can get across there. Interesting. All right. Do I have a good... I don't have a good 5 to switch in here. All right. So, not capturing any villages. Right onto my main unit. Start moving these guys towards these castles. These rivers aren't any barriers. They're also the same as these black lines. They just divide the territories. So to move this tile, it would be 1, 2 pips to move there, and because this is a leader, they get to drag another tile along. So that's 2 so far. I will spend this for 3 and this for 3, so that gives me 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this unit is now up here, and now I know that it costs 6 to get them into that castle. Then after I do all my main actions, I'm going to be building. Hello, Masmo. After I build all these, do all these main actions, I'm going to be building villages. I get to build villages anywhere adjacent to, in this particular case, the citadel. But then immediately, if there's a village here, I can build adjacent to that village. And it's much like capturing villages. You get to spend 1 tile. Spending the pips, depending on what terrain type you are putting the village, and 2 villages can go into each plain space. So I suppose we should start. But that being said, let's spend this castle tile, because we're not going to be defending anything. Well, that's 4 pips. We'll spend this castle tile in order to put out this swordsman. Must go at the citadel. Then I can spend 8 movement, and we know this costs 6 to go into here. Two movement left. 1, 2. Oh no, I thought that was going to be enough to get him in there, but it is not. That's fine. This is how battling works. These castles work just the same as units, except if you're defending them, you can't retreat, and they can't move. Other than that, they work just like units would. They all have modifiers on the back of all their boards. So in this particular case, as you can see here, the hill giant castles are going to get +3 on their tile draw. And the villages don't give you anything in fights. So let's go with that. They have +3. I have leader gives me +1. And I also have 2 swordsmen that each give me +1 as well. So I'm only at +3 as well. So we're even, which is not great. Right off the start. So I draw my tiles first. I have more tiles, so I get to draw 4. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask any questions at any time. All right, 4 tiles. Oh, not good. Please be a 5, not a 5. All right. So I'm going to be picking the best 3 here. There's no sense switching this tile. 1, I want to keep it for villages. 2, I would only be switching this 3 out for another 3, so it's not helping anything. And then, unfortunately, the hill giants will be drawing 4 as well. Picking their... This will not go well. It's alright. Hello, Sun Smile Gaming. How are you doing today? Alright, 4 tiles. Come on. Oh, see, right off the hop, that's not looking good. So you got the 2 5s. Oofed. So, long story short, they have 14 here with the +3 there. That gives them 17. And I have a 9, 12 plus my 3 is 15. So they have much more than I do. I lose. I have to retreat. I'll retreat into here. I can't retreat into anywhere where there are enemy pieces. In the normal game, there would be some victory points, of which a lot, because there's 4 tiles there, they'd get 4 victory points, but this is solo, but I do have to lose a unit. I purposely put a crud unit in there. So next turn, if these guys move in, they'll be at +4. Will that be any better? I'm not sure. Alright, all these battle tiles can go away now. Taking out castles is going to be a pain, I can tell already. And I have to destroy how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, super fun. See how this goes. Alright, so 3 villages. I'm going to start moving some villages out this way because I get to build units directly there. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Just because they're not going to be any danger because the hill people are not going to be moving. And now I can build units out here. So like they said, they're going to draw a single tile, redraw if it's a boat or a blank, and it's going to go in the lowest. See, so there are just blank tiles where you just get a bunch of pips for like movement or fighting. All right, there we go. And it's going to go in the lowest village. So they have the map all numbered. Lowest village, 27, 28. So it's this one here. That's it for their turn. And we go right back into our turn. So at the end of our turn that was spent, we should have drawn back up to 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's that boat that I might put out this turn. Yeah, I didn't think this drawing 4 was going to be a pain, but it is. Alright. Let's spend cavalry are going to give me a +1 in the plains, which are, there are a lot of plains in the north here. So we might as well put one out, even though they're expensive. That'll cost me 2 tiles. I'm only going to put up 1 boat, and I don't need the ship. Or the castle, I should say. And that will put this cavalry in here. Then I'm going to, no, I need some movement here. What do I need for movement? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 movement. I'm not going to put a boat this turn. Discard that boat for 4 movement. And these all move into here. Sure. Then I have these 3 tiles. What would I do with these 3 tiles then? Well, we'll save them for movement next, I think. Alright, battle it is. In solo, you always draw your own first. I think I have more tiles than the hill giants do. So I'll draw 4. I like it how it looks so far. I will, in fact, discard one of these 2. I can switch. You're only allowed to switch 1 tile. So I have a total of 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Because they all give +1. The leader and the swordsman are +1 everywhere, whereas the cavalry is just +1 in the plains, which they're in. So 20, that'll be easy to remember. And 4 tiles for the hill giants at +3. Well, they didn't draw so well this time. It's 4, 7, 9, +3 is 12 to my 20. That is a loss for the hill giants. What do I want to do here? Put these battle tokens back in the bag. Sorry about that. I thought I dumped the light gray ones in the wrong bag there for a second. Alright. And I used that because I didn't know what they were going to get. Didn't even need to. But that's fine. So, this castle gets destroyed. At the beginning of my next turn, I can destroy this village. There's a special rule for taking out the castle. I believe I draw a tile. When a castle, draw 1 tile. So it's the same as their turn, except this goes into one of the castles. Oof, this is going to make that castle that much more painful. Redrawing planks and ships. I'm just going to draw blanks and ships. And of course, it is another defender. Defenders are great. They get +1 defending always, and they'll win ties. Normally, if there's a tie, you just have to go again. Any tiles that you replaced are wasted, and then you just have to draw the battle tiles again. Alright, now I can continue with my turn. I could spend 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And do a fight right away. I think because I'm under a time limit, I think that's what I'm going to do. Spend this for 6 movement. And 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be wasting 2 movement, but there you go. Oh, then I won't be able to destroy that village. Actually, well, this will delay resetting the bag by keeping tiles. So I only draw 5 now. Then the hill giant draws a tile to go into a village, and this is the next village here. And then it is back to our turn. So at the beginning of our turn, we can spend tiles to destroy villages, but at the moment we can only destroy 1 village. So it might be a waste. And there's no rush, because at the beginning of any of our turns, but I guess we're going to be leaving people behind. But I think we should at least do 2. So we'll wait this turn. And now that we have a commander here, we can probably start another unit somewhere. Alright. We're not going to be defending. Discarding a defender to put out a boat. And we're going to try to take over this sea area. Soon. Not necessarily this turn. Then we're going to discard 2 other tiles to put out this leader. And we'll start another army here. True, I could have used one of those tiles to build more villages, but at the moment, I think we're good. And then movement. 1, 2, 3, 4 movement again. So once again, but then, yeah, it's the same problem. We'll do it. This is what we're going to do. Spend both of these for movement. That's 6. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 movement to move in there. And then 2 movement left, 2 to bring that leader into there. And that way I'll have a tile to burn, to reappropriate, not burn, but reappropriate the village. All right. So I am out of tiles. So we're going to have to hope that I draw well. They're at +3. I'm at +1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So essentially +2. Let's do it that way. 4, no tiles left to replace. 4 because I have more. I'll be choosing these. And I have +2. So that is, what's that, 9, 13. I have 15 is my total. 2 light gray is drawing 4. And there you have a total of 9, 10, 11. That is higher. Castle destroyed. We draw from the bag and put a unit in the lowest castle. Oh, double castle? Double castle. Oh, that's possible. That's going to be extra hurting. It's good because I would be able to destroy multiple castles, but let's just read here. If I draw a castle, is it just blanks and ships I redraw? One moment. Redraw a blank or a ship. Well, there we go. So for now, we will put this castle in the lowest spot, which I'm sure is probably this one. Yes, 30, 39. And that one over there. Oh no, 27. That already has one. So yes, that's the next lowest castle. Let's just see if there's something about... Is there anything... I don't remember anything about building castles. I know you can't retreat from them, but what if you have multiple castles and you're forced to retreat? That seems weird. Including castles, no stacking them. Alright, but then what happens if a castle has to retreat? Maybe it's under castle? When defending, note that hillful castles are cheaper. Yes, I don't care about that. I guess castles can retreat. Which is weird. Battle, step 5. Side with highest total is the winner. Battle ends victorious. No defender. Withdraw. But units... Oh yes, that's right. If you're defending a castle, you cannot withdraw. So if I fight 2 castles, the other one will just stay there. Okay, that makes sense. There was a way. Okay. All right, that's right. So if you're defending a, you can't withdraw, but you will have to retreat. That's different. Withdrawing and retreating is different. All right, you'll just have to retreat. At the end of my turn, I have no tiles left. So once again, I will be building no villages. Draw back up to 7, which will be all 7. swordsmen, a couple of 5 pips, a couple of... Oh, interesting. Need to get those out. Got some catapults there. +2 against castles and citadels. Yeah, that's... I need those in that pile. So since I have all these pips, let's discard this bowman and one of these swordsmen. I don't want to discard swordsmen, but that's okay because I need to get these two out here. Since I'm attacking 2 castles. And that being said, I don't want it to move too far away. Alright. Long story short, 5 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I will discard this swordsman for 4 movement, and that will be 1, 2. Three, 4. Move the cavalry back out because the hills, wait, this all has to go back because moving into there is going to be 3 movement per tile. Good Lord. So they're all in here. All right, that was a mess. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. These 2. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 7 tiles. Beginning of the turn. Do I wish to burn villages? Yes. I'm going to discard this archer. It has 2 pips on it. It lets me burn 2 villages. Then, I believe I didn't have 2 5s, I had a ship. Or did I put the ship out last turn? Oh well, doesn't matter. Things are messed up. I'll discard the swordsman to put out a ship. Then I'm going to discard these 2 tiles to put out 2 catapults. There'll be no attacks this turn. Prep turn. Alright. Draw 7, which I think is going to reset. So my first reset, in the normal game I would get a bunch of points, like 1 for every village, and stuff like that. In this case I am just putting everything back in the bag. And the 3rd time I do this, the game is over. I really need to get another stack started because I've got a castle over here that I'm eventually going to have to go back for. Unless I go now, which I really need to take that sea space. Otherwise, it's going to be a hassle. Anyway, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, I still need to... This is just the end of my turn. Hill Giant turn, they draw, and it goes in their lowest castle, which will be here. I'm glad I keep drawing the shield guys for defending castles. That's going to be super helpful. Back to my turn. Two pips for 2 movement. And I'm just going to do that battle now to see if I can get that sea space. I have more tiles than they do, so I get 4. And do I want to replace any of these? Ships are probably +1. So therefore, I will be at +1 to my tiles. So there's 9, 13, 14. The Hill Giants also get to take it 4 because of special powers of the Hill Giants. Normally in the normal game, it's only if the Hill Giant is in the fight itself, but due to the solo nature, they just get them unless I take them out, which I think is a fool's errand, as they say. All right, 4. I think this will go good. 9, 12. I had 14. That is a destroyed ship. It means nothing to the hill people, but for me, it opens up this sea zone. So now I can move across the boats, and that's just how it works. Anything that's on the coast here can now move into anything that the boats are adjacent to, and you just have to pay the cost of the train type you're moving into. So let's spend a whole bunch of tokens for movement. I don't think I'm going to use any more ships this game, so this will get me 8 movement. And this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right now I'm at +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. +6. Yes, +6. And they're at 3, 4 because of the shield guy. Yes, it's only +1 when defending. So that gives me a +2. Question being, do I feel that that is enough? It would be 1, 2, 3 more movement to move another swordsman in. 3 more movement. Oh, I think I spent way too much. 8. 1, 2. So it'd be 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that was right. So another swordsman would be 1, 2, and then the third movement will be to move this leader into here. Oh, I cannot do that because that's woods. It costs more than 1 to move in there. Other way around. So we're just going to waste that last movement. Or do I want to? Do I want to just move into here so I can burn another village? Let's do that. All right. Fighting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 7 to plus 4. So I'm at a total of plus 3. And I have some tiles left. I see a 2. I see another 2. This is great. Great. I'm going to replace one of these 2s with a 4. That's how you replace. Take one of your tiles out, put one of your battle tiles in, and you're good to go. Then the hill people. Hill people are going to be drawing 4. No, Mike, don't draw out of your bag. Their best 3 is 8, 11, and I have 9, 10, just 12 on the tiles alone with my modifiers. So, they need to retreat. And there is a chart in the book that tells them how far they retreat. Let me just check these defending the citadel thing. No, it won't be. It'll be. Yes, castle dies first. Then shield guy needs to retreat. They will retreat into this village. Then, what else do I want to do? Move some of these guys back again? Question mark. I can just leave all of that there. Too many units. There's so many villages up here that are undefended. Wait, that was a castle destroyed. I need to put a unit in the closest castle. Good. Let's make that one ever more powerful. Well, let's destroy some villages. 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll spend this one 2 for 2 villages. We'll build one here, and we will build one here. And that is our turn. Hill Giant turn. Lowest undefended village, which will be redrawing ships. I'm not even going to put the ships or the blanks back in, because if we're just redrawing them, what is the point? Lowest village would be this one. So during the Hill Giant turn, we have to do a fight? Question mark. Mission 2. Draw a tile, redraw a blank or ship, and place it on an undefended village in ascending order of location. If all the villages are protected, place it on the citadel, ascending. So yes, the lowest. And right now the lowest is, that is undefended, is in fact, I believe, yeah, that's 21. So it's definitely going to be the lowest. Yep, so I guess we'll have to do a fight. Their siege machine will get nothing because it is not attacking the citadel. My leader gets +1. I only get to draw 3 tiles. 3 tiles at +1. Let's just draw my tiles for next turn first. 5, 6, 7. And 3 tiles for the fight. I'm not going to waste a tile to switch that out. I'm at 10, 30, I'm at 14 because of the +1 from the leader. This would be bad if I lost my leader, but such is the way. They get 4. Their highest is 14. I had, what did I have? 13 +1 is 14. It's a tie. So we redraw. Guess I should have switched one of those tiles out, eh? Same again. Well, this time I will switch one. I'll get rid of this 3 and put it in the boat. So now I have a total of 14. +1 is 15 is my total. And so the only thing that the Hill Giant can do is tie, as long as they, no. So they do not tie. Destroyed siege engine. Alright, so that's there. That's destroyed. That's their turn. Beginning of my turn, I need to discard a 4 tile, which I will. This castle, which is a 4, and I burn this one, this one, this one, and this one. So that's 6 of the 10 villages that I need. And then I should have 6 tiles left here. 2, 4, 6. And then we're going to start building. So I'm going to discard the castle and yeah, that's 2 tiles. 2 tiles to put up 2 swordsmen. They will go here. I think this is going to be a moving turn to get that giant stack back into the fight. That's 6 movement. So that will be 1, sorry, not 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 just to go to there. 5, 6. That's my turn. Drawing tiles back up. I'm burning very quickly through my tiles. 2, 4, 6, 7. Going to defend the lowest undefended hill giant village will be this one axeman here. That is their turn. Back to our turn. It goes fast when there's no fights. But fights when you have to draw for both sides is a pain. Well, this could be a good turn to get units in there. Because every unit I move in there is going to cost me 3. So let's generate a ridiculous amount of, I'm going to save this one to replace a tile in fighting. So there's 5, 9, 10, 11. 11 movement so far. 3, it is 3 to move in there. So 3, 6, 6, 9. There's 9. 10. 11. And then we generate another 6 movement, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 1 left. Generate another 3, so now I have 4 left. So 3 more to bring in this swordsman. There's a lot here because they have 2 castles, so that'll be plus 6. They have plus 7. What do I have? I had 1 left. 4, 3. I think I still have 1 left. I'll move 1 into there. So I am at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 9 to their 7. So even with all that, I'm only at plus 2. Now I'm going to have to check the retreat rules, because unfortunately I'm only going to be able to destroy 1 of the castles. And, never mind. This is awful. Alright. 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll replace this 3 with a 5. So 15 plus 2. Yes, because they're at, yes, plus 2. So 4, even if they take their highest, they do not get to 17. So, let me just double check to see where they retreat to. So 1 castle dies, we know that. Then this castle and this warrior need to retreat, and actually I don't need to look there. I need to, and then they had a special thing for this particular mission. When the hillfolk lose a battle, they retreat to the nearest adjacent friendly castle or citadel. Otherwise, they will retreat to an adjacent village. Well, that's great. I get to do all this again within, but this time they'll get another plus 1. Awesome. This being said, I wonder if that's the other key too, right? Is it like the other mission? You have to like surround the tile so they can't retreat. In this particular case, that cannot happen. Or it can, but... Alright, lowest village. That is undefended. Gets an archer. Then I draw 7. Yeah, this is not going great because I think I'm going to do my last reset here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So I go to 2, and when the bag resets again, I lose. And I still have to destroy their citadel. Citadels get +5 when defending. Alright. First things first, I will discard this 2 to burn this village and this village. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I only need 2 more villages. So let's get into place for that. I spend another 2 for movement. And I move this into this cavalry into here, this swordsman into here. Then, once again, keep that for the battle. Now I'm moving into forest. Forest costs 2 to move into. And it's going to retreat into a forest. So I'm going to have to do 2 more fights. And then come back for the citadel. Well, let's just get to it. There's quite a bit in there. I don't know. Generates movement. 4, 7, 10 movement. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Then I have 3 more movement. We will go 2 and 3. So, 2 citadels. That is, 2 castles, which are 3 each, is 6. 7 for the shieldman, 8 for the swordsman. Yes, it couldn't be a reaver, of course. No, it had to be a swordsman. 6, 7, 8. 8. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all of that gives me a +1. I do have this tile, thankfully, to replace. Ay, 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 ay. All right. +1. Drawing 4 tiles because I have more tiles. No reason to replace. I am at 9. I'm at 14. Oh wait, no reason to replace. What am I talking about? It'll give me a +1. I cannot risk it. I'll replace one of these 4s with a 5. That puts me at 15. So they have to draw 3 5s, which I think is possible. Not sure. 3, and that's just a tie. 3 5s to tie. They do not. They drew poorly. Very poorly. All right. This means 1 castle is destroyed. All of these, including the castle, have to retreat into a... doesn't matter where they retreat. Let's move them into here. That's been spent. Drawing 7. Five, 6, 7. Alright. Yeah, see, I cannot imagine going up to kill those giants. Oof, the time it would waste. Alright, so, hill giant in the lowest village, which I think at this point is going to be where my giant stack of units are. Ugh. Which would be bad. I wouldn't even draw for it. My giant unit is in 41. No. 33 is the lowest. 33 is the lowest, which is here. Alright, that's the hill giant turn done. No, it's not, because this, they have to get another unit. When the castle was destroyed, a unit has to go where the lowest. That does not help them, thankfully. It was a cavalryman, and they only help in the plains. Alright. Moving to destroy this last castle. I'm wondering if it'd almost be better to have them retreat here. And then I could have them retreat over here instead. It would cost me more movement to get over the citadel, but at least they won't all retreat. Actually, no, that's not how it works. They have to retreat to the lowest number. The lowest number between those two are, that's 32 and 33. Yeah, they would retreat into there. Unfortunate. Alright, so they are in here. I have to spend a whack of things, saving that for battle. Movement. There's 8. 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Then spending 6 more. 6 more movement. That's 2. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Short. I spent 6. That was 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I forgot to spend this 3 at the beginning of my turn to burn 3 villages. It would have been this one, and this one. And that puts us up to the villages we need. We just need to kill these 2 things. There's a castle in here, and then there's a citadel here. So the fight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm at +9. They're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. They're only at 5. Well, it's only 1 castle now. So that's not terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're only at 5 to my 9. So I'm at +4. Let's see what I draw. Maybe I'll save that 5 and get movement out of it. Who knows? Oh, I better put these in. I have more tiles still, so I will get 4 still. That didn't look good. That looked terrible. Replacing this 2 with a 5. Ugh. I'm at +4. So, 5, 8, 12, +4 is 16. So they cannot win. Not going to bother drawing. The final castle goes down. They retreat into here. I draw a tile because I destroyed a castle. Do they only go into castles? Place in the close remaining castle or citadel. So I draw a tile to go into the citadel. Something that doesn't matter, thankfully. Only gets bonuses when they attack. This giant stack can go back here. Now I can't move in there because it will start a fight immediately. But I can spend this 5 to move these closer. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yeah, and that's a hill area that they are in. Drawing. Am I even going to get a turn? It's all down to this last turn. I don't think I'm going to get a turn after it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, this will be it. 6, 7. They get a defender in the lowest village. It's either going to be this one or this one. It matters not. Then it's just all about spending movement points to get in there. Putting this to the side for the fight. And then how many units can I get in there? 3, 5, 9, 12, 16, 20. 20 movement. 20 movement. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. That's a leader. So he can go 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15. I think all this time I forgot there was 3 leaders in there, not just one. That was 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's make 2 stacks. Good Lord. I don't know about this solo thing. Do I feel rewarded? Does this feel like some sort of puzzle, or just does this feel like some insane slog pushing through all these units? All right. So they all got in there with 2 movement to spare. Not enough for this cavalry to do anything. So these boats will both move into here for the... No, I'm not going to draw tiles for that. They'll start sailing home because they can. All right. They are at 1. No modifier, because they only get +1 when they attack. The cavalry only gets +1 in the plains. There's a +1. They have a +3. And the citadel's +5. So they're at 8. I am at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That equals +3. I spent all that, I think. Kept this for the fight. Drawing mine first. +3. I think this is it. I think we did it. Unless I draw super terrible and they draw very good. Oh, it doesn't look good so far. I definitely have more tiles. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, I will take that. But then once again, that's 13 plus 11. Plus even if it was +2, it would be 15. They would have to draw 3 5s just to tie. They did not. They in fact drew very poorly. Their best is that. The citadel goes down. I've destroyed the citadel, all of the castles, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Thank you for that. CLG 6000. That was like the hooray I won noise. I love it. So that's that. We'll just quickly double check. Capture the citadel. Done. Destroy all the castles built by the hill folk. Done. Capture 10 hill folk villages. Done. I had so that was in fact the last turn. I only had 3 tiles left. So had I not done it, that would have been it. So I'm not sure if going up to deal with those, I think that's a trick. Going up to deal with these. So I'm talking about these 2 hill giants up here. They're the ones that were not in the normal game. In the normal game, they have to be in the fight, like I said. But for this particular scenario, they were allowing the hill folk to draw 4 battle tiles every time. So technically, these guys would have lost a unit and then had to withdraw. I'll keep going. It wasn't terrible, but I did much enjoy the first one a lot more than this one. This just seemed like I guess it was a time management thing, right? You had to make sure you didn't dawdle around, right? Don't waste your time going up after the giants. Don't, divide your forces. Like I did, I went immediately back to get that one that I missed, and then used the boats to get back onto the line and went down to destroy them. Save the citadel to last, because if you kill the citadel, like I said, they get 3 units in the castles, which would make them even more deadly. I got a little bit of bad luck by getting those double castles going, which was rough. Seems weird that castles can retreat, but whatever. Might have done something wrong. Nothing that I could have found that was wrong with that, but who knows. I will do one more. The next one seems a lot more crazy. Let's pull this out. Next one is going to be, I believe both of them are going to be attacking us. That was Dragon. We did Dragon Hunt. We did Encounter with Giants. Next one is called The New Kingdom. I start with a leader, a few villages, and a citadel. So there's the same map twice. The left-hand side is where all the units are going to show up, and then the right-hand side is sort of the path. Let's see if I can get it without a ton of glare. Is the path that all of the units are going to take to move in. And so it's sort of a reverse game where I have to hold out for 3 cycles, I believe it said. Objective, survive until the 3rd regroup. So you definitely just want to waste all of, not waste, but definitely spending all of your tiles every turn. And then also definitely building many units, because the more units are out on the board, the less units will go back into your bag. Well, I'm a sucker for defense. It's what got me into Space Hulk way back when. Played that first at a convention, and they were playing that giant defensive type mission. Even though Suicide is the best of all Space Hulk missions. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them now. I'm just gonna do some cleanup and wait to see if anyone. Oh wait, sorry, I missed that. CLG, sorry. Are there any other games you can relate Bloodstones to? Watching, I'm getting like a small worldish vibes, but the combat puzzle reminds me of something else. I can't relate to it. I find the combat so unrewarding that it is painful. There is no tension because the most that can happen is that the loser will lose one, like beyond the amount of tiles you had to waste to move everyone in there. There's not much risk, right? Because the worst you can do is lose a tile. And I can see why. I think it's just more, it's supposed to be more of a puzzle. I just don't know. I feel that it will play best at 2. I don't know. Or maybe it'll play best at so 2 deterministic and non-consequential. Exactly. Because as you can see, there was a few fights there where I didn't even need to draw for the other side. Yeah, I don't know. I really like the fact that there are so many different units. I love the tactile. You know, it's very interesting. Like I don't want to go too hard on it because I half enjoy it because of the art and the tiles and the fact that the factions are all slightly different. So what did we get? We got a bunch of review copies in. I got Mlem in, so we're going to be playing Mlem this week probably. Masked Men. And then Mark has Aqua and some other stuff. I like Wildlands, but same problem. Yes, combat did not satisfy. I was talking to Mark about this the other time. It's like when you do a troops on a map game where it's high player count, you need to get that combat just right. It needs to have tension. Like in I don't want to say Risk, but like in Risk, you always have that one guy that can hold out, right? That has the chance of risk reward. But here there's none of that. That one guy is not going to hold out. One guy will get destroyed. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to go too hard on it. Maybe a better game. I don't know. It's multiple player combat games are so hard. Like I said, I don't know. Should be, yeah, there are 2 different here. Well, it seems to be doing well online. Like a lot of people are enjoying it, and there's already talk about expansions. So it's one of these things that it's gonna have to go up on the shelf, and maybe they tweak things up with the expansion. I'm not sure. Yeah, you're right in my wheelhouse. I still have 21 AD. There's a few expansions I like for it, or like player created add-ons that are kind of cool. Renegade, I think, has new rights to it, so maybe they'll do something funky with it. I'm not sure. I shouldn't say some. I've done one. There's one that has, I think, an Antarctica expansion, so it like opens up the bottom of the map, which I found makes it interesting. Yeah, big fan of 2210 AD. the leaders, the cards, all of it. Great. All right. Let's send you guys off to, let's see if there's anyone doing stuff. What time are we at? 12 o'clock in the afternoon on the board game channel. So much excitement going on. Well, actually, Victory Point Gaming is great. He's doing this, like, he's playing a lot of Arc Nova. So let's send you to him. And we'll see how it goes. So this is a new stream for Wednesdays. We do stream every Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, where we play all sorts of different games. There's usually 4 or 5 of us here. But I think Wednesdays are probably pretty well just going to be either Jimbo and I or just me. I'm going to do one more Bloodstone and see if it brings me back on board again. Otherwise, we're going to go to something else, I think, like a Jaws of the Lion or something. I don't know. After all that, did it work? It worked. Look at that. Good stuff. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We will see you next time, where we will play. I forgot to look at what's the name of that new scenario. The New Kingdom. Does it say start the game with 7 tiles, skip the normal setup phase? Well, I can skip the normal setup phase because there is no setup phase. Thanks, game. Actually, wait, I need to go back. I saw CLG put something in there. Man, awesome. Thanks for showing this off again. No problem. Peace out. Peace. And we'll see you next time.